Let's win tonight in baseball because I like what's going on. Everybody wants to put it to rest. How about the Braves? No,
did the Braves clinch? Did they do it?
Man, you look at them. I'll call up all the numbers here. I'm stuck in the wild card race a little bit, but I'll get that quickly here, I'm sure, for you, Mindy. And right now, yeah, they've definitely locked up at this point the playoff berth, and they currently hold. What are they ahead of the Dodgers here by about 6 games or so? So for number 1. So good job, Braves. Again, right. You look at who they're throwing out there every day. I mean, look, this is at least Charlie Morton, but they've been throwing out some other arms out there, Minnie. They're playing with a little bit of a lead here.
Right. I don't know. I mean, I still am probably going to take the Braves here today, even though they clinched. I still think they have a bit to play for. These guys have pride, right? They don't want to lose to the Phillies, just in case we, have to go ahead and take a look into the future. The Braves have been really reliable on the road here as well. 8-2 in their last 10. Phillies have been, I don't know, just maybe mediocre. They've dropped 3 of their last 4 and 4 out of their last 6. And Morton's been pretty dominant here as well. So 0 runs in like his last, 5 starts. Been playing pretty well. I'll take the Braves.
Right. And if anything, right, those kind of numbers would fit you. Now, maybe they do need Charlie Morton in this rotation. Right. I mean, I think it's arguable that he could be, if all the Braves starters are ready to roll, that he could be a number 4, 3 or 4 in there, right? But these numbers would indicate use Charlie Morton in the postseason. And you mentioned how solid he has been. Looks like kind of a big discount here, but Taijuan Walker, he's one of my profitable guys. He's 15-3 with the Phillies in his last 18 starts, and with Morton on the road, just 7-6. You were talking about, where all the teams stand. We know Philly is in control of that wild card situation, but they're certainly playing under a little bit of pressure to keep it going. So I'll take the under. I think good pitching here in this one. Maybe I'm a little bit worried and not getting enough with Walker. I want Walker, but maybe the price isn't good enough. Maybe I will end up on Atlanta eventually at $1.45. Let me call these up in case anything happened here. Moving. Okay, $1.45. And over a doubleheader here in this game is certainly something to consider. Well, split the games up here a little bit since it's a day-night doubleheader. It plays from one thing I'm learning, Mindy, about the weekend show a little bit is and you'll like this, is that our chat is baseball centric right now. Maybe because we are one of the few shows putting in the day in and day out grind that other channels just don't do. And Tony does it, of course, too. But the Major League Baseball game by game is just real tough to find. People will have one play. There's not a lot of so I think that's why this segment, you see, or they like my other reason is they like you because we get over 100 viewers, and when I'm on, it's like 75. Okay, I'm on the under. You're on the Braves.
That's why you keep me around, Ramon, right?
Washington and Pittsburgh. I'm not too thrilled about this one. Just not seeing enough line movement to make me satisfied here. So maybe you can give me some good stats on this one. With I think Jackson, there might not even be a line because there's a line at DraftKings. This is what we're using on the screen right here. But right now, Pittsburgh undecided. Every time they've been undecided in this spot, it's been Jackson, I believe.
Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and take the Pirates here, even though we don't really have much of a line here. I just kind of feel like they're the ones that are currently a little bit better with the bats. They've hit lefty pitchers too, if it kind of looks like it's going that direction. Again, the Nationals are the ones that have been keeping that on base percentage up. Like, it's been too high for me. A lot of runs scored usually in these games. I'm going to go ahead and take the Pirates. I think they're going to have the better pitcher today here. Plus, they've been hitting a little bit better. than the Nationals here as of late.
Yeah, Jackson's numbers are fine. He's a bit of an opener, though, so I'm treating it more as a bullpen game. The Pirates still continue to roll on these overs, Mindy. 33-18 to the over. That's significant to me. And the Nationals are 6-2-1 to the over in their last 9. Corbin, a 14 ERA in his last 2 starts. I would go over in this one to give him 2 plays. You're on Pittsburgh. I think for me, too much volatility to play in this game, right? We go, oh, Washington's been making us all this money, and then they lose 9 of 10. And who wants to play the?
I mean, just when you think that they're a team you can rely on, right? They tricked us, I think.
Did I miss the chat again? Maybe because when I'm all alone, I rely on the chat, and then I've got you here. I'm Mindy. Let's tell me what's going on. All right. Scotch is on Pittsburgh here. Oh, no doubt. Believe me, Mindy, I don't reveal much on the air about our private, but Mindy, I just need someone else to talk to. I'm so lonely. Just talk sports with me. The old days, maybe, the lonely, I call people to talk sports with them. Maybe I could have a service. You could talk to Ramon about sports and like old days. I had 900 numbers, but they were a different kind of 900 numbers back in the day. I'd give my picks out. You'd call and you'd pay for my picks. Those 900 number.
Those types of 900 numbers.
Whoa! Let's get on to the next game. Wait. All right, Mindy. With the Cardinals going up against the Orioles with Hudson and Kramer. Cardinals, good for them. Having a good run here of late. Hats off. But the Orioles in position here. They lost that game yesterday, but the Cardinals got crushed as well.
Yeah, I mean, the Cardinals, they're a hard one to figure out, right? So I'm going to go ahead and be on the Orioles. I just think there's too much volatility here with the Cardinals team as of late. The Orioles have to keep their foot on the pedal. They got to push to make these playoffs. I'm rooting for them. So I'm taking the Orioles here today. I don't feel too bad about laying $1.65 or so in this one.
Yeah, I'm trying to see. In fact, it is down to $1.60. So I think the Orioles run is just a little bit too strong to ignore at a reasonable price here. It seems like to me. Cardinals 8-3 in their last 11, but you saw the Orioles in overdrive 17-8 in their last 25 games right now for Baltimore. Despite that loss yesterday, I did give out the over on the show, and these two, maybe could be some runs coming here, but Baltimore's over in 15 of their last 21, and the Cardinals have gone over in 7 of their last 11. But I'm going to try the favorite here. These are favorites I'm okay with. Right? Why isn't this game right? I mean, doesn't it feel like, when it is September, I'll tell you, there's a game coming up that there's a huge line on, 270-ish. And why wouldn't this game be over $2? But it does feel like it's about reached its limit that I'm comfortable with here as a favorite. Let's take Orioles. And
all right, we're doing it.
Fine. Yeah.
Everyone says Orioles are easy today, Brent. Everyone, yeah.
Right. I like Mike's comment. You call the gamblers helpline, and they're like, take the Jets tonight, or something. Take the Bills. Frederick Lundy, hello. Yeah, everyone Orioles, okay. G. Bush here, over. And I'm glad we're on the Orioles. I don't want to play the total just yet.
Cool.
I will say that, I'm so heavy on totals, but I think in September I shift a little bit. Last year I almost
I've noticed with the volatility of pitching staffs and bullpens, I have noticed the totals have kind of started to drop off a little bit.
Here's the Braves and the Phillies game too. So this one might be a little bit difficult on the handicap, Mindy. Maybe we'll just give it out there. Everybody should, take that into consideration when they're betting this game. But it looks like You have Kyle Wright here against Michael Lorenzen. So at least you have some established starters here. No bullpen situation. Whether or not they're any good is another question.
Well, I mean, Lorenzen's not been good since his, big game. I don't know what's going on. I see the Phillies fans have been greatly disappointed whenever I I check out Lorenzen on the mound. So, I mean, even though I think it might be, this bullpen game here for Atlanta, I'm going to go ahead and take the Braves for the sweep today. I think they get both of these.
Okay, Mindy says Braves for the sweep. They've already clinched,
Yeah.
but not everything. They still want to. You still can finish with best record. That's kind of a big deal too. So yeah, Lorenzen 9.43 since that no, and let's see, is it going to be 9.5? Let me see where I'm getting this line from. I'm sure it's a DraftKings line. Oh. Maybe I just made it up, Mindy. I don't see a line out there.
Yeah, I haven't seen one either. But whatever you make up, I'm sure is fine.
Okay. Yeah. Hey, I'm the bookmaker today. Let's see. Let's Ramon.
You usually do pretty well.
And actually, yeah. Well, we'll see. Ramon playing bookmaker here. Has anybody else seen any even speculative line here that can help me? Because I kind of want to go. I kind of wanted to make the Braves a little bit bigger of a favorite, but after I see the first game with, at 145 and 9 with, Morton pitching well and Walker certainly having a pretty decent, like I said, he wins games, competitive, stays in there, and he's obviously going to be a major starter in the playoffs for the Phillies. But these guys are, the bullpen running a little bit thin towards the end possibly here, but I'm going to go in the game 2. I am going to go with the under once again. 2 unders. So Mindy will give me the Braves in both of them, and I'll go under.
Sounds good.
Okay, and from the chat, we've got Burley with the over. And we're with, I think, the Braves in this one. Maybe James Avery with the over. And as I've said, with Butterscotch talking about, that, yeah, I mean, you only get 2 extra players now and not 15, but they've sent out a lot of the veteran pitchers who are just done for the season, right? No need. Bring them back next year if they're going to bring them back, and get your rest. And the totals are up, Mindy, across the board a little bit here.
Sure. Big notice to that.
And Frederick on Atlanta as well. All right. Let's take a look now with the Rangers and the Blue Jays. We do have some games of significance certainly today, and this got to be one of them, with Dane Dunning against Chris Bassett, and I'm showing right now that it's about $1.30, down to $1.30 here. Discount on Toronto, 9 under 15.
What's been happening to the Rangers, Ramon? I mean, the Blue Jays now, they've won 5 of their last 6, and it's one of those that I just expect them to continue to play well here offensively. Toronto's bats have been hot. Rangers have not. I just feel like I can't go with this Rangers team right now. So we'll be taking the Blue Jays here on the money line.
What do you think this? I don't know what to attribute this move to. Do you guys see? Am I looking at just one particular? I take it off of one book. I try to keep consistent here. Let me look here across the board at the Toronto game, because you got $1 DraftKings, $1.42. So that seems extremely reasonable, even if I do have it at $1.30 on the screen. I mean, I got to think Toronto here.
Well, the Rangers bullpen has fallen to like the 5th worst. I mean, that's pretty bad.
That's stunning, especially when stunning Dane Dunning is on the mound to start. They've lost 16 of their last 22. Toronto's won 9 of 12. Let's take another favorite here. We play our share of I'm not going to say we have played more favorites here, but we picked the right ones, it seems like, somehow. Because
that's the name of the game, right?
Look at the overall body of work. There are some plenty of Toronto backers here, it looks like, including Dre, including Scotch today. And Blue Jays here. Frederick says, how about a Nerfy today? Well, we'll say that Dunning has allowed a first inning run. He's actually not that good. He's given up first inning runs in 8 of 21 games. Bassett, he's a little better, 8 of 29. Hello to Michael Thompson. He'll join us early and gives us Toronto. Okay. And Thomas, first 5. All right. So take a look here now. We're on the Blue Jays there.
All right.
Diamondbacks and Mets with Zach Davies on the road here going up against Jose Quintana. And for Quintana, is that right? No, it's $1.25. $1.25. I don't know if I'll have to see if you saw it move there, Mindy, but how could the Mets be? Hey, Arizona, they always play well in Chicago. No doubt. Now, I know they lost yesterday's game. In fact, I gave them out on the show. You had them as well. I don't know. Did we make a premium? Did we have a premium? Yeah. Did we have Cubs? I don't know. I'm sure. I think we did.
Let's see. I got it right here.
Oh, okay. I didn't want to make.
Yep, we had Cubs.
Okay, of course we did. And again, but that was after Arizona came in and won the first couple of games. So, but the Diamondbacks, remember, they're a team that is, playing pretty well. They're battling right now for that wild card, the Mets. So I can see where 125 makes more sense to me, but maybe it should be a pickup.
I mean, it sounds like you're not really liking the Mets, Ramon, but I do today. Okay. I think the Mets here get this playoff hungry Diamondbacks team only because I feel like Davies just has not been sharp, right? 4.61 ERA. But look at these splits on the road. Zach Davies has been absolutely terrible. 8.38 ERA. Quintana, on the other hand, he's been even better at home. 1.59 ERA. So I'm going to go ahead and take the Mets in this one, Ramon.
Okay, take the Mets in at home. Well, one thing I've said about the Mets situation right now is similar to the Yankees. I think they are playing a bit looser. Now, I know they've lost 3 out of their last 4 games, including, they won yesterday's game. They beat Lopez. Lopez had another good game, but Tyler McGill was solid in that one. Quintana, 2.67 ERA in his last 5 starts. So he's actually done well. He doesn't get much run support, and this game kind of reeks of an under. The Mets have gone under in 14 of their last 21 games. Meanwhile, Arizona's gone under in 8 of their last 11. Quintana's gone under in 6 of his last 9 starts. So for me, maybe that's what I can do here and take the under with Arizona and the Mets. Also, you look at these two teams in this situation with Arizona as a road dog has been a pretty solid under all season in that role, and the Mets as a home favorite. That the same thing goes there. Mets at home, 22-43 to the under this season, and Arizona road dog, not over, just about 7 or 8 games to the low, but let's go under here. Diamondbacks, the Mets.
And the Mets.
Let me get
the I like it.
Chat here coming in this one, and see Mike talking about the worst season for the Yankees, and yeah, I mean George would have been through 3 managers by now, I would guess, and he would have brought back Dallas Green after 90-year-old Billy Martin. Darren says Mets and under. New boy is stopping by. Nice to see you, new boy. Taking the backs. D-backs. All right. Okay, we are Mets for Mindy. I'm on the under. Yankees, Red Sox. Well, it wouldn't be a season without sticking these 2 teams together again.
Right.
And we'll just bury them in
the rest of it this season.
Appropriately, they were buried in the middle of the week here. Good, because they're going to be spending the off season not in the playoffs. All right, what do you got here, Mindy? I mean, Boston. We got. I guess we're not. The fork is in. We're testing the temperature. They appear to be done.
Yeah, I mean, and I got a couple pitchers on the mound here that I don't necessarily care for today. So it's like, what do I do now? Clark Schmidt, like again, he's one of my least favorite Yankee pitchers, 5.29 ERA. Cutter Crawford has that huge ERA sitting out there, 6.51. Even though I know these teams have kind of had their lulls offensively, I'm going to take the over here today, Ramon. I'm expecting big bats with big ERAs today.
The reported steam came in on the under, but I think, look, if this were September and we had a pennant race and we had, two top-notch start, maybe like even if it was an old guy like Sale in there or something going up against Garrett Cole and they were battling, this one's got to go over. I would think in this one. Crawford's gone over in 6 of his last 7 starts. The Red Sox have been absolute money. Right now it stands, my records show, 20 overs and 2 unders and 1 push in the last 23 games. Yankees have gone over, under in 8 of their last 13. Schmidt has gone under in 5 of his last 7. But I think if we were back in New York, maybe it wouldn't be. But no, I want the over. Steam came in on the under. It's showing 9.5 over 15 right now, so it's actually pretty much market wide at 9.5. I'm too lazy. I'm going to leave the 10 on the screen because we'll beat that one, Mindy. Let's go over.
All right.
In the system, we'll get 9.5. In our bets, we'll get 9.5. But I'll leave 10 up there. It's going to be. I've got this one with runs today, and so do you. All right. Chat says take Boston. Jeff Schramm joining us. Great to have Jeff again. Good to see. Looks like there's a shirt. He's got a shirt with a logo now. It could be. It looks like a team. It feels like a baseball. Can you see it? It's bigger.
Brewers, isn't it?
It looks like Brewers, and I really have a trouble with these that small thumbnail. But it looks like that Brewers. That was what I was going to say, and I just didn't want to be wrong.
Looks like the Brew Crew to me.
Great. Okay, and there come the picks. Mike, he's kind of a Yankees expert. I never understand what Mike said, but I appreciate him very much. The computer, he's got his computer ratings, and I'm all about it. But it's not me. It's not any community. It's just that I'm doing the show, and it's too complex for a simple mind like mine to calculate during the show. Thanks. So. And we'll take the over in the Yankees and the Red Sox. Although I feel like that guy, beautiful mind kind of, with the numbers and but on a betting thing, right?
Right.
Marlins and Brewers, fun game here.
Here we go.
Right. I mean, let's look at this. If we had a bunch of billion of sports on a Saturday, we might cram or when we do our football, right, Mindy? Because we'll update everybody on how we're going to cover it starting tomorrow. But this is one we'd probably want to talk about.
Yeah, I guess I'm looking at the favorite heavy play here again. You got Milwaukee with their, I would say perhaps their ace on the mound. And kind of, held in check here with Philly over the weekend. Brew Crew just hits these lefties. I think it could be a little bit of a pitcher's duel here, but in the end, I'm going to go ahead and take the Brewers. I feel like they've just been super hot here lately. Been on them most of last week. So here we go.
Let me update the line because I want the Brewers as well. And I don't know. It seems like the early lines I typed in 2 hours ago were getting all these discounts. Now, maybe I was – and again, there were some – I don't think this was one of them. This was certainly one of the matchups set in stone. So I don't know necessarily, but I'm showing $1.35 at one popular offshore book. I'm showing other numbers out there, $1.40, $1.40, $1.35, $1.42. So maybe I'm giving us a discount here, but whatever the case may be, I'll take another favorite with you, but a good favorite,
right?
The Brewers. Well, look, Miami, their situation. They're in. How can I put it? They're in desperation mode. They're a half a game back of Arizona. They're a little bit hotter than Arizona, but they can't seem to get past them right now. They're the team that's just missing the playoffs, and now they're on the road against a good team, against a pitcher who, ever since Woodruff has come back. But Miami's won 8 of 10. Brewers have won 14 of 20. Good game. I agree. Mindy, I think the starters probably deal here in this one. And but I tell you what, I mean, if this thing keeps going any lower, it's 7.5 on screen. It's, I don't know. It got slammed to the under because I'm showing DraftKings 7 over 20. I think that's too far for me, but everyone's calling for a pitcher's duel here for sure. Let's see if the chat is, and then we'll move on. Ron gave out Tampa Bay as his spreadsheet play of the day, and we will get to that game momentarily.
All right.
Here comes Brewers for Thomas, Brewers for Jeff Schramm. And we've got R. Tomps here today saying Brewers. And Butterscotch. He's got the Brewers. Here's an under first 5 Brewers, both under first 5. Early on the Brewers. And I'm sorry that I buried the lead because we've already talked about the Yankees. So I guess I can get the opportunity. I don't know if you caught this one actually, Mindy, or we were just but so the game was a no-hitter through 10 innings yesterday.
Oh, the Brewers. Yeah.
And the game ended up, I gave out the under on the show, and that lost. I think it went over, didn't it? No, it was 4-3. Well, I think it went down to 7, so it might have been a push. But so the final ended up 4-3, even though it was a scoreless no-hitter, I think, through 10 innings or something like that, or at least, yeah. So they're baseball, no matter when, something you're never going to see ever. You get something every day, it seems like. All right, let's take the Brewers in this one. Right. Miami's hot, good. I just think it's a good game with Woodruff. Luzardo's back on form, man. But okay, $1.35. That's what's caught my eye just a little bit here.
Value, maybe.
Yeah, maybe. Miami's playing well. Luzardo's on a good run again. I know that everybody loves Luzardo. Now, that could be a TV show, maybe. Royals and White Sox here with Singer and Cease. So this would not make the show if we were. Go ahead.
Yeah, suddenly the Royals ran into tons of personnel issues. A lot of folks going on to the IL, a lot of changes. I just kind of feel like there hasn't been much going on here with these two teams. I think I'm going to go ahead and be on this White Sox team here today with Dylan Cease. I think the home team here gets it done. Kansas City's just been on a pretty awful run here as of late.
They've lost 12 of 15. White Sox have lost 19 of 27. Now, what are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? Right?
Someone's got to win.
Well, look, I mean, they're treating this game like, I don't know. Could the starters be so bad it ends up at the total right there? It says it, right? That's not a mistake. Well, maybe it is. Let me see what the line is. Do I have that total wrong? It's got to be wrong. Oh, here's the thing. So I'm showing Cease. You're showing Cease. We're all showing Cease.
No, not Cease?
No, it's all okay. The books. I don't think
Okay.
any books have the line out yet, unless anybody can tell me one that does. But so maybe I'm a little wrong on this total. I'm trying to play bookmaker here because I didn't see one, and maybe I have this totally wrong. It's going to be higher than that. I'm going to go over. Yeah, it's got to be a higher. I'm going to make it a higher. I'm going to put it at 9.5. I mean, how can it not be? But I don't know. Could the White Sox be a slight favorite? Could they be a bigger favorite than 120? I don't know.
They might be a bigger favorite. I don't know though. I guess.
Okay. All right. Well, Mindy likes the White Sox. I'll take the over. Whatever it is. I don't. I'm playing the spot here. I'm looking at what you said. Cease has a 10 ERA in his last 4 starts, and Singer has an 11 ERA in his last 3
my
starts.
God.
Why wouldn't they give up 10 runs in 5 innings? Seems like they're giving up a run an inning, each of them. Put them out over 4 innings. There's 8 runs right there. All right. Everyone will be watching this
Gotta
one.
be a barn.
Monday Night Football. Make sure you put it on your next screen there. All right, here's Royals. Brent says Royals plus run and a half if you put a gun to my head. I might take the gun. All right. All right. I've got 1 in 6 chance maybe. Here, 5 in 6 chance. I'll continue. I'll watch this game. All right. Here's the Rays and the Twins with Glasnow and Sonny Gray. Glasnow $1.20, maybe lower now, maybe even $1. I'm going to call it $1.20 here for Glasnow. 7.5. A full run has been lopped off of this one. A full half a run. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I like the Rays. I'll go with Ron here today. Tampa Bay's won 4 of their last 5. The Rays still here have a decent pitching staff, and Sonny Gray just gave up 3 runs in 6 innings last time out. So yeah, I like the Rays here today, Ramon.
Yeah, I mean the thing about the Rays, they're obviously in position right now that they're kind of they're number 1 wild card. There's just no way. I mean, just play out the season, they're going to be the number 1 wild card. They're going to clinch. They're going to win that. I don't think they'll blow that lead, and they probably not going to catch. They're just 2 games or no, 3 games back. I think they're 4 back in the loss column. So I mean, there is motivation there still to catch Baltimore. It just doesn't feel like they can get there. Glasnow's been real good of late. So has Gray. No doubt about it. And I guess that's why you've seen that steam coming in on the under here in this game. It does feel like it. But both these teams have been trending over. Oh, no. Yeah. If anything, yeah. I'm gonna take the over in this one. Now that I got it at 7.5. And Mindy on the Rays. I'm not questioning the motivation of the Rays. I think they have the proper motivation. I think Minnesota's, motivation is, they're in the same boat, right? I mean, they're not going to get caught either. Interesting. It's not as good of a game as I imagined. Still a good game. Playoff-bound teams. Make no mistake. Here's Butterscotch on Tampa Bay. R. Thompson says the Rays. And Michael Thompson here with Tampa Bay. The Athletics in that big line I talked about. I have it at $3 there, but it looks like it's actually gone down here to $2.75 or so because the A's have been a pretty consistent team here of late. They've had a nice run, playing a little bit above 500 here. Don't know if it's going to help them here against the Astros, but good job, A's.
But it is one of these that we talk about. Well, maybe I just talk about it. It seems like when Valdez has a rough time versus this A's team. I'm hoping he doesn't this time. But it's like, I feel like I just have to go with the A's on the run line. It's like historically with me, it's where it's been is he's just had a hard time with them. I don't know what the deal is, but I'm going to take the A's here on the run line today. Against Framber.
No problem there. Mindy on the A's in this one. On the run line, plus 1.5 here at, I'll call it plus $1.10, plus $1.05. Certainly right in there. These 2 teams in this, we know the A's are always a road dog. They're 40 and 30 to the over on the road. Houston at home, 41 and 30 to the over as a favorite, 55 and 44 as a favorite to the over. It's going over. I'm going over. Valdez has gone over in 7 of his last 10 starts. The A's have gone over in 6 of their last 10 with a push. But Astros 23, 8-1 to the over in their last 32 games. Valdez has been sharp. I think the Astros can get their run. They're certainly, not letting up, I don't think, at this point. They're way back of Baltimore. I'm not sure they can get there, but all right. Mindy on A's run line. I will take the over. And here is some comments from the play. Butterscotch. Yeah, I mean, maybe that's just it. I feel like if I could take 2.5, I guess I could. I could do whatever
Yeah,
I
I
want.
mean,
It's
2.5 sounds real good.
It's our show, but trying to keep it within the realm of what we offer at the site, Mindy. All right. Over looks good to Burley. And James may be on the over in this one with me. We've got next up the Cubs and the Rockies. And maybe I've been selling old Wicks short here. I'm a little bit skeptical of late arrivals, but he's obviously worked his way into this regular season rotation right now, given the Cubs' situation with their pitching, and he's done a pretty nice job here, worthy enough to be a big favorite here of $1.70 at the Rockies, no doubt.
Well, I mean, I feel like Wicks has thrown multiple scoreless innings, Ramon. I think he's overachieved what he was expected to do here thus far. So it's been a pretty big highlight for the Cubs. But I also saw Cubs are bringing up their outfield prospect today, right? Pete Crow Armstrong. I don't know if he's going to go ahead and get the start today, but I don't know who's he going to replace. Like Suzuki. I mean, I'm not quite sure how that's going to go in the outfield today. If he gets he got the call, just means, I guess, if he's going to get in, but he might. I think the Rockies or the Cubs might go ahead and run away with this one versus the Rockies. I like the Cubs today, sitting at minus 170.
Okay, Mindy on the Cubs here with Wicks. 2.16 in those 3 starts. What a nice job here, and nice to have someone come up, and you need performance from to help. Yeah, you want to get a player experience as well, but you need the contribution. So it's worked out just fine. I mean, the Cubs are in the thick of this wild card race. They're in position right now, but just 2 games ahead of Arizona and 2.5 against Miami, and they still got Philadelphia in their sights. So great job for him. Freeland's been bad. You'd rather have a guy like Wicks, I guess, than a guy like Freeland. I know we got to go on the road here in Colorado. Too high. I'm not gonna. We've laid some chalk here.
Too high. Too low.
I'll take the under. Come on, I'll take the under. Cubs have gone under in 12 of their last 16. Rockies have been going over, but this season have been an under at home, certainly. So I'll take. Mindy's going to take the favorite with the Cubs here, and I will try the under. Angels and Mariners here with Reed Detmers against Gilbert here. Logan Gilbert. This one's a big favorite here. 215, 7.5 over 15.
Yeah, I mean, the Mariners suddenly can't find their way to a win, but they are aiming for their 5th straight win over this Angels team.
Oh.
I think they go ahead and get it done here again. I'll take the Mariners on the run line in this one. Angels just haven't really been all that great versus right-handed pitchers. Only 8 for 29. I'm going to take the Mariners here.
Yeah, Angels haven't been all that great. They've won 3 of their last 4. I'll give them that.
Right, which is better than what the Mariners have done.
Right. Well. Right. I mean, they've lost 8 of 12. What's going on?
Well, the Mariners had a tough time versus the Rays there. Tough time.
Yeah, maybe they're playing a good team. But Gilbert's been solid, so Mariners can get back on track here. Maybe they've won 10 of his last 12 starts. That's where, and the Angels have lost 6 of Detmer's last 8 starts. So that does seem like, can they get a run line out of this, though? God. I think we'll have good pitching here. I'll take the under. It got steamed under. I can't go under 8 anymore. They're kind of in a situation, Angels as road dogs, they often go over, and the Mariners as home favorites kind of trend over a little bit as well, but I'll take the under. Mindy's on the Mariners run line. We need another play or two here today. And here's the Guardians and the Giants in interleague action here with the Giants minus $1.40, and the total 7.5 over 15.
I'm responding to Darren real quick.
Oh, okay.
There we go. Boom.
Nice.
All right. Oh, and then I spelled it wrong after all that. Oh, well. But what do we got? The Guardians versus the San Francisco Giants. Oh, my goodness. Well, I'm going to go ahead and take this Giants team here today. I think they're, Alex Cobb, he's been pretty decent. Gavin Williams has been pretty decent. It should be a great pitching matchup here today. That's for sure. But I'm going to give credit to the Giants bats. They are averaging 4.59 runs of offense. The Guardians are just a little bit over 4. I think the big difference here is what the Giants has been doing on defense lately. They've only allowed 3.85 runs of offense to their opponents over their last 5 games here. Plus the bullpen has been pretty steady. I'm going to go ahead and go with Alex Cobb and the Giants today.
I'm gonna too. I'm sorry I left the chat out of the last game. I'm, been doing that more and more lately. Again, because of Mindy's. I'm blaming Mindy, but I'm complimenting.
You can blame me. It's all right. It's okay.
Yeah. I'll take the Giants with you. Maybe the chat. Hopefully they won't get all mad and not type they're playing anymore. Verley's on the Giants here in this one. I'll take the Giants here. Williams has a 7 ERA in his last 3 starts. Guardians do give him plenty of run support, but they've lost 5 of their last 7 right now. Giants with the 3-game win streak there over the Rockies. Hats off to them. Keaton win yesterday. Gave out on the show as I gave out a run line, believe it or not, Mindy.
You did?
On the Giants. And they won 6-3. Butterscotch on the Giants as well. And of course, I just have to do it now because you made it funny out of it. And Mindy, of course, says, Flad, you got that money?
It's all about the Benjamins.
Or the Flenjamins. And we'll take the Giants. Let's get them in there for our 5th pick. I like them. I wish it was. Well, like I said, I think we get in there for 140. I'll leave 145 up. I don't know how much further. I don't know how much more it'll go, but let's take them. We do have one more to look at. And Padres, this is a spot where they'll probably be a little bit overmatched, I feel like, here. But I think Mookie did return. I said yesterday on the show that there would be no Mookie. But I think he did return yesterday, actually. So great. And here, if anything, the Dodgers are $1.65 with a total 9.5.
Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and take the Dodgers. Sorry, Ramon here. Dodgers are still putting up too much offense, I think. 5.62 runs of offense with Mookie and Freddie in there. And the Padres only 4.9. So they've been struggling a little bit. Again, if I take a look at what's going on here defensively for the Dodgers, they don't allow much. Only been allowing their opponents to 3.89 runs of offense. The Padres are almost 5.49. So when you have a 5.49 versus a team that's scoring 5.62, I mean, we're looking at 5 or 6 runs here today, I think, for this Dodgers team. I think it's going to be too much. I'll take them.
All right. Yeah, I do like the Dodgers here. I'm concerned about the price because it feels like this is a spot for the Padres to be a little bit looser. No, I like the Dodgers. I don't like the price, but I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it.
All right, we're taking the Dodgers.
Yeah.
Writing it down.
Oh yeah. I actually was hot on a toe. I really wanted to go over. I really thought I didn't know it was going to come 9 over 15. Yeah, maybe I did, but you got to like the potential for all. You already said the Dodgers going to score 5 or 6. I mean, you think that with Stone, I'm sure it's being categorized here. 3 starts so far, and he's got a 15 ERA. Avila walked off the mound last time and practically was in tears after the game with emotion from a surprising, incredible start. I don't think he's all that, but you'd think that the Dodgers, who have gone over in 13 of their last 18, the Padres have gone over in 11 of their last 17. So, all right.